Imagine finding out that a beloved game, one that brought excitement and hope to millions, was rigged for over a decade. This isn't a plot from a movie. It's the shocking truth behind McDonald's Monopoly game. In a sleepy FBI office in Jacksonville, everything changes when a mysterious informant reveals the dark secret behind a game that promised big prizes but was nothing more than a carefully orchestrated scam. Inside the stuffy field office, agents usually twiddled their thumbs in boredom. But today, they received a call that would kick off an intense investigation. The informant claimed that a group of criminals had been secretly pulling the strings of the famous McDonald's Monopoly game for years, siphoning off over $24 million. With 25 agents on the case, they began a massive manhunt, surveilling 20,000 phone numbers, leading to a complex undercover sting operation. If you like our videos, so hit the subscribe button and like this video. At the center of this web of deceit was a man known as Uncle Jerry, who held the keys to the treasure and raked in most of the profits. Since 1987, McDonald's had launched its Monopoly promotion, adding game pieces to its packaging. This game quickly became a phenomenon, with over 50 million prizes up for grabs. Jeff M., a crime journalist, was the first to break the story in 2018, 17 years after the initial convictions. His viral article sparked a bidding war for the rights to the tale, ultimately selling for $1 million. Jeff even kept one of the original winning game cups as a memento. It had a simple message, "Pull to play," and instructed players to collect game stamps to win prizes like a Sega Game Gear or a Dodge Viper. McDonald's typically ran the game twice a year, with cash prizes reaching up to $1 million. However, the odds of winning that top prize were staggering, 1 in 250 million. To put that into perspective, you're more likely to get struck by lightning twice than to win big in this game. When the mysterious caller contacted the Jacksonville agents, he revealed something shocking. 3 recent big-ticket winners were actually related, despite having different names. The odds of this happening legitimately were nearly impossible. The caller also mentioned a man they called Uncle Jerry, the mastermind behind the whole scheme. Little did they know, his real name was Jerome Jacobson. In cases like this, the FBI usually collects evidence through surveillance. But what if someone gathers information about you without a legitimate reason? Jerome Jacobson was a fascinating figure in American true crime history. Once an aspiring FBI agent, he began his career as a police officer in Florida. Unfortunately, health issues cut his career short, and he eventually took a job in security at Simon Marketing. There, he thrived, known for his professionalism and attention to detail. Within a few years, he was earning 6 times what he made as a cop. By the late 80s, Jacobson had risen to become the head of security at Simon Marketing, where he was responsible for ensuring the integrity of the Monopoly promotion. His duties included overseeing the big supercomputer that selected the winning pieces and monitoring the technicians who placed the tokens on the packaging. Jacobson was a strict boss, often writing up employees for minor mistakes and even checking their shoes for stolen game pieces. In his role, Jacobson personally delivered the winning pieces to McDonald's packaging plants nationwide, concealing them in a secret vest. He felt like a secret agent or superhero, knowing he was carrying a piece that could make someone a millionaire. However, beneath this facade, Jacobson started to steal from McDonald's, initially out of a desire to help his stepbrother, Marvin Brune. In 1989, he gifted Marvin a game piece worth $25,000. This first fake win felt harmless. After all, McDonald's was a massive corporation, and they were giving away money. But things escalated quickly. Jacobson justified his actions by claiming that the game was already rigged in favor of American players. After chatting with his butcher about the promotion, he decided to share a winning piece again, this time instructing the butcher to give the prize to a friend to avoid raising suspicion. When he saw the butcher celebrating on TV, Jacobson panicked and realized he needed to find random winners, further expanding his operation. Everything changed when Jacobson received a package containing blank anti-tamper seals from Hong Kong. With these, he could open envelopes, steal game pieces, and reseal them to cover his tracks. Simon Marketing had hired an independent auditor to monitor Jacobson, but he was more focused on accumulating airline points than staying discreet. During one flight, Jacobson made his move. He discreetly swapped the winning pieces with regular game tokens, sealing the envelopes back up with his stolen seals. The auditor, unaware of Jacobson's duplicity, couldn't follow him into the men's restroom, allowing him to get away with his crime. Though he was earning a comfortable salary, adjusted for inflation, over $170,000 per year, Jacobson's greed took over. A superstitious man, he began visiting psychics and mediums for reassurance. Now that he had full access to the winning pieces, he needed middlemen to sell them to unsuspecting winners. He eventually met another man named Jerry Colombo, who claimed ties to the infamous Colombo crime family. Colombo was larger than life, operating underground casinos and managing a strip club he humorously referred to as a house of worship. Colombo quickly became involved in Jacobson's scheme, using his connections to find winners. They struck a deal, and Colombo agreed to participate in a McDonald's commercial after winning a Dodge Viper. However, as things escalated, Jacobson realized Colombo was too close to the game to profit directly, prompting him to search for more middlemen. As the scheme grew, everything appeared to be going smoothly, until Colombo's marriage began to falter. His wife, Robin, felt uneasy about the life they were leading in the mob. One day, a horrific car crash changed everything when a massive truck collided with them. Colombo was taken to the hospital, but he tragically passed away shortly after. Jacobson was left alone and unaware that the FBI was on his trail. As it turned out, many disgruntled winners could have tipped off the FBI. Lives changed overnight when people went from being poor to millionaires, creating jealousy and chaos. Jacobson quickly sought out new recruiters to fill Colombo's role, including a drug trafficker named A.J. Glomp and a seemingly respectable Mormon named Dwight Baker, who was struggling financially and saw an opportunity to turn his life around. However, none of these recruiters were careful enough. The FBI had received the name Uncle Jerry from their informant, but they didn't know who he was yet. They asked McDonald's to share contact information from past winners to trace connections, eventually leading them to Jerome Jacobson. To catch him red-handed, the FBI worked with McDonald's to run one more Monopoly game. They devised a sting operation, creating two big winning pieces worth $1 million each. They monitored Jacobson and his network closely, waiting for someone to claim the prizes. They intercepted a call from Dwight Baker's friend, who planned to sell a winning prize to his brother-in-law. They also tracked another winner, Michael Hoover, a sketchy character who claimed he found a winning ticket. When the FBI and McDonald's agents arrived, they presented Hoover with a giant check and a video crew, pretending to be legitimate. As he spun his convoluted tale about finding his winning ticket, the undercover agents collected all the evidence they needed. Not long after, the FBI moved in and arrested over 50 people, including Jacobson himself. During the trial, Jacobson admitted to stealing 60 game pieces. The public was invested in the story. After all, millions had played the McDonald's game. Burger King even attempted a class-action lawsuit against McDonald's, claiming false advertising. The trial began on September 10, 2001, but the world soon shifted its focus to larger events. Nearly all defendants, including Uncle Jerry, pled guilty. Jacobson was hit with a hefty restitution fee of $112 million and received a 37-month prison sentence. The fallout affected Simon Marketing and the printing company, leaving hundreds without jobs. Meanwhile, Dwight Baker was excommunicated from the Mormon Church. The game of Monopoly was originally invented during the Great Depression by a feminist activist to illustrate the dangers of wealth accumulation. By the 1980s, its purpose had been twisted. McDonald's, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, exploited it to increase profits, only to be taken advantage of by a man named Uncle Jerry, who became a real-life Uncle Pennybags. For over a decade, Jacobson lived a lavish lifestyle. But as any Monopoly player knows, sometimes you have to go to jail. Given the vast amount of money stolen, the expensive investigation, and the many jobs lost, Jacobson's 3-year sentence feels more like a slap on the wrist. Now retired in Georgia with his seventh wife, Jacobson lives comfortably, only paying back $370 a month towards his restitution, with rumors swirling that he still has millions stashed away. That's just the kind of man he was. Share your thoughts and ideas in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more interesting content, and click the bell to get updates on our latest videos.